Welcome back to our series, Misconception about the Dominican Republic. No need to speak Spanish. Arnim, I'll leave that to you because I am fluent in Spanish.
Okay, that is a huge misconception. The sweet thing is, if you make an attempt to speak Spanish, Dominicans will make an attempt to speak English. So it is hardly unlikely that you would be totally lost shopping, going to a restaurant, asking for directions, buying something. The everyday living and getting by and buying stuff and finding places and talking to people in the community is really, really easy. So that's a huge misconception. Please do not do like some tourists and add "o" at the end of every word, because that is not Spanish.
So as long as there's a little bit of effort from both parts, people will communicate. And smile. Smile is always an international language.
That's correct. And respect. Don't forget the respect part. Smile and respect. That'll get you far.
Shopping is limited. This is my territory, shopping. Now, I have to say that I've lived there for 20 years, and when I first moved here, I was really, really struggling because we did not have even like a proper supermarket. But nowadays, I really don't miss anything. That's because right. You go to the grocery store and you can find a lot of imported goods. You can find everything that you need to make up any dishes that you want, any spice, any particular goods. So that's all covered. Shopping is not just about groceries, and of course, as a woman, things like clothes shopping or furniture shopping, decoration. Yeah. You do have several options in the area. For example, if you do buy your property here and you need to buy your appliances, there are lots of stores. You have Corripio, you have Plaza Lama, and a lot of those stores also have online websites, so you can actually go and check what your options are. Remember, the prices are in pesos, okay, before you you get scared. Yes, so if you go and check, the prices are in pesos. An hour away from here, we have Santiago, which is the second largest city on the island, and you have so many options. IKEA just opened, so it's not just online shopping now. You can actually go to the IKEA shop and pick up your goods. You've got Ashley Furniture Store. You have Costco. It's called Price Mart, but it basically has the same goods that Costco in North America. And on a regular basis, Casa actually organize a shopping trip. So we get a bus, with our owners and all together, so you can do all your shopping, and also the opportunity to have a bit of a social day out. Right, and make friends.
Trip back is always the best.
Yeah, there's always a bottle of rum involved.
Always a bottle of rum involved. Yes. Bottle of wine even.
Yes.
But we're not driving, we're being driven, so that works. I'm Canadian. My wife and I have shipped products from Toronto. We have friends that have done shipping from Toronto. There's actually a guy that would come and pick the products up from your house or from wherever and ship it directly to your house, and usually within 2 weeks at very reasonable price.
And another thing that people don't know you can do here is Amazon or online shopping. I opened a post box in Miami, so you can buy from any website in the States, get it delivery in the post box in Miami, and then you have a courier that will deliver your goods from Miami into your area or even to your doorstep. So this is also another option, so that you can take advantage of all the offers and all the Black Fridays that they do in the States as well, and all the sales season. The driving is insane.
There's a saying that goes, when in Rome, do like the Romans. I'm not so sure that's the right thing to do. I've been driving on this island for over 19 years. It is a challenge. We have to be totally honest, totally transparent. Every day it just gets progressively worse. Everybody's in a hurry to get wherever they're going. They will pass you to turn right in front of you. The motos will pass you on the right and the left. They'll even go over your car if they could. So, not to scare you, there are other ways of getting around. Casa has a complimentary shuttle bus that will take you to Sosúa and Cabarete 4 times a day. Yep. Taxis are very, very reasonable. I'm not saying don't drive, but the law and order that we are used to in North America just does not exist here. However, in spite of all the things that I mentioned about passing on the left, passing on the right, going one-way streets are one way depending on who gets there first. Red lights are just a recommendation. to stop. You can still get a traffic ticket
Yes.
for not wearing a
So,
seatbelt.
hopefully, I think people are getting a little bit more
Yeah.
educated because
Yeah.
they start actually getting fined if you go for the red
That's right.
lights, if you not have your seatbelt, if you're talking on the phone. And it's quite of an expensive fine for
It
a
is.
local. So
It is.
hopefully
It
people
is.
get more educated.
Yeah.
And I find as well the roads are getting a lot better.
The roads
so
are-
there's a lot
yeah.
more highways
Yep.
being
Yep.
built. So even the connection
Yep.
between the main cities in the Dominican Republic are now a lot quicker. So that's one thing that is
Yeah,
definitely
exactly.
improving.
And a lot more stoplights and a lot more police presence on the road. So, you know, I may have painted an ugly picture initially, but it's you know, it's really not that bad. If you're a good driver, basically you pay attention to what's going on around you, you should be fine. But boy, it's a challenge.
And your North American driving license, it is valid
It's
for
valid.
you to drive here for 3 months.
90 days, is it 90 days?
3 months,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Once you get your Dominican residency, you can also get your Dominican driving license, which, by the way, I actually did the test here, and it was a bit of a joke. And I had to kind of drive around the stadium once, and I've got my driving license. So, yeah, so don't worry, you can do it.
My driving test was a little different.
Really?
I sat in front of a
Oh, like
computer
the theory,
simulator.
yes.
No, I did the
yes.
theory.
Oh, okay,
And my
okay.
actual practical license test, I sat in front of a computer simulator with 3 screens, one representing my front view, one representing my left view and my right view, and I drove like Xbox.
Did you pass it?
I passed.
Good, well done. We are a third world country. That is a total misconception. High-speed internet is available everywhere on the island. It is stable, and a lot of businesses have embraced as well this modernization. So there's actually a lot of things that you can do just sitting comfortably on your villa. You can order food, you can do online banking. We have a lot of digital platform, so that is really change and open up a new world here.
The one thing about the pandemic, it opened up a whole new workplace called home. So we have a lot more owners or people who have actually decided to make this their home. They move themselves and their families to the DR, and I know you're going to talk about families a little later on, but yeah, it's and that's because the digital platform here is conducive for nomads, for want of a better word.
Also for people that are looking to invest in a property in the Dominican Republic. So if you want to buy a house for you to rent out, it's good for you to know that platform like Airbnb, VRBO, Booking.com, they work absolutely wonderfully here. And also there are still not many restrictions like it's happening in a lot of other places. So the DR is a great place to make this kind of real estate investment. So hopefully you are getting ready to come and live here in the Dominican Republic. And we have covered and turned around a lot of the misconception about the island. Stay tuned for our next video where we will talk a little bit more about everyday services.